there is a financial component, right? Of course, like it's faster, like you said, it's cheaper to print, it's cheaper to make as well. But for me, it's like one, I want the rawness, you know. I want I want to feel, I want to lean into the nostalgia. I want the rawness that I feel like comes with black and white. It's also I grew up on shonen manga, you know. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. I didn't grow up on Berserk, but Berserk was a big influence on this One Piece. So it's also like I, me personally, most of the comic books I've read are black and white. You know, if you consider manga comic books, so it's that as well. It's an aesthetic choice, and then you know, like Pat does, a lot of his bigger series are black and white. So that gave me the confidence that okay, like I can find an audience with this. And do I think maybe it turns some people off for being not being in color? Like it's possible, but you know, if you're not gonna give a book a chance because of it's not in color or not, I mean, I don't really care to try to make you a fan because it seems kind of a little bit closed minded, you know. Like it's cool to have preferences, but I want fans that are gonna like give anything I make a chance, you know, regardless of what the individual specifics are.
So I'm actually curious about this because I like manga. I obviously like American comics. But I love color. I love color. I love
Yeah.
massively saturated color. It's
Yeah.
something I thoroughly enjoy. And I'm also getting to the point where if I'm going to spend 20, 25 bucks on a cover and back it, I kind of expect certain things in
Yeah.
that book. And you know, maybe it's because I've been cultured that way. Maybe it's just because it's sort of been that way, or maybe it's like you gotta, or you need to have that level of black and white that it really needs to be at that next level. And so, what is that like? Even figuring that out and even calculating that into it, because it is tricky at this point. Because I hate to say this, but like everybody has to earn my dollar because there's a lot of really good projects out there in the comic
That's
world,
fair.
both on Fund My Indie, Crowdfunder, Zoop, Indiegogo. And I mean, there's some stuff that people are self-publishing that are killing it. Not to mention that there's some really good projects that are being put out by some bigger companies like Image that are just going to direct market. And so what is that like? Because I think sometimes it creates another problem that people are like, are you really earning my money? If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, there, like I said, there is a financial component, but I also think it's a big book too. You know, like it is, it is you. It's a 30-page book. You know, without the back matter. So, I mean, if an in color book costs $20 is $15, and then like a black and white book $30 is $15. I feel like that's a good value. You know, and this wasn't like I had pages to be colored, and then we said, "Oh, let's just keep it black and white." These pages were drawn to be black and white, you know, and I think it shows. I wouldn't want these to be colored, you know, like maybe we can do a colored version down the road if there's a huge demand for it. But I feel like these pages stay on their own. What do you think?